Want to refer to the list of records. How to take list of records from the object and display it. Right now I am not taking any custom logics. I am not reading any Apex programming. I am not reading any software queries. Using the standard properties, how do you capture the list of records and display it? When I want to display list of record, when I want to display list of record, we have four concepts, which is called page block table, data table, data list, repeat. There are four concepts which are provided by the Salesforce to display group of records. There are four concepts which are offered by the Salesforce to display group of record. What are they? Page block table, data table, data list, repeat. These are the four concepts which are given. We will start looking at them one by one. First, I will start the discussion with the page block table. So, in how many ways we can display the data? Four ways. Page block table, data table, account. Any tab I click, on the top we are getting a option, right? What are these options called? List view options. What is this option called? List view option. Based on the option what is selected, I get a list of records. Now my accounts. So based on the option what is selected, I am going to get a group of records. Based on the option what I selected here, I am going to get a group of records. Then how do you capture this data within the VF page? So these options are called list view options. Whatever the options you are finding here, whatever the options we are finding here, so whatever the options you find here, these options are what? These options are called list view options. We call them as list view option. These options are called list view options. Okay. Now, whatever the option you have selected, out of the group of option, we selected this option. Okay. This is called filter ID. What is the ID called? Filter ID. I call it as filter ID. So whatever the option we selected here, it's called filter ID. Again, this list of options are called list view options. This list of options are called list view option. Out of that list of options, whatever the option we selected, it's called filter ID. Right. Based on the filter, what we selected, based on the filter, what we selected, whatever the records we are going to get, those records are referred by record set var. Based on the filter, what you selected, based on the filter, what you selected, list of records what we are getting, they are stored in record set var. Where they are stored? Record set var. Based on the filter, whatever the records we are getting, those records are referred by using record set var. So we had list view option, filter ID, out of these options, we selected one option. Option what we selected is, based on this filter ID, we get list of, this list of records are referred as, am I clear with this? Now, these are the list of options. Out of this, I selected this. This is filter ID. Based on this option, we got a list of records. This is what? Record set value. Are you clear? Are you clear? This is happening on what? A particular object. Every object will not have same option. Object to object, the options will change. Look at this. Object to object, options are changing. So we need to identify the object. From that object, filters, then I am going to get data. Is that point was clear? Everyone is comfortable with this? Clear? Followed or not? Right. Now, page block. Now, what is the concept of page block table? Is used to display list of records. Up to how many records? We can display 1000. It can display 1000 records. First, from which object you want to take the data? I want to take standard control equal to account. From which object you want to take the data? Standard control equal to account. Now, from this object, based on the filter, whatever the data we are getting, record set var. Whatever the records that are there in the record set var, I am referring that as what? Items. Whatever the data we have in the record set var, I am referring this as what? I am referring this as what? Items. Whatever the data we have in the record set var, the data we are referring as what? Items. I can take any name. It is a variable. I took items, you may take ABC. It is a variable. You can take anything of your choice. Then I had next one, Apex. First point, why did I take standard control equal to account? Because I want to refer to the data from account. Why did I take record set var? Based on the filter, I want to capture the data. That is the reason record set var equal items. So whatever the filter we selected there, based on that list of records will come. Okay. Then why did I take page block? Page block table is a child of page block or page block section. You cannot write a page block table straight away. It has to be either a child of page block or a page block section. So here I was giving page block table is a child of right. Now let us go ahead. Apex page block. Now in the table, whatever the list of records you want to display, that list of records should be given as value. Page block table is a table, displays a list of records. Whichever the list of records you want to display, whichever the list of records you want to display, that list of records should be defined as value. Page block table. Whichever the list of records you want to display, that list of records should be given as value. Now, what are the list of records? Whatever the list of records I am referring, the same list I am referring here. Then I am giving it var. Var equal to A. What do you mean by var equal to A? Let us say items are referring to a list of records like this. Now, what is these items? These list of records are called items. where equal to A will start with first record. A is starting with the first record. Where equal to A is a variable. You can take anything again. A is a variable. I am comfortable with A, I have taken A. It is a variable. So it's a where variable referring to first record. Now A referring to the first record. Now when I say A dot name, Wipro, A dot phone, 1111, A dot industry, bank. Then complete it. It is done, right? Once it is done, A will go to next one. A dot name, TCS, A dot phone, 2222, A dot industry, energy. Done. A dot name, Dell, A dot phone, 3333, A dot industry, education. Done. So what that A is doing, starting from the first record, A will refer to the first record, run the logic, go to the second record, run the logic, go to the third record, run the logic. Are you getting my point? A referring to first record, A referring to first record, processing the logic, A referring to the second record, third record, fourth till the last. So from the first record, it start implementing the logic till the last record. Now it will refer to one by one record in the items. It will refer to one by one records in the items. Start processing the logic one after the other. I hope you're good. Items are list of records what we captured from object. Where equal to A is a variable referring to the first point. It is like a cursor referring to the first record. First record is done, go to second, third, fourth, like that till the end. I hope this concept is clear. Everyone is good with this? Now, come back to the story. Now it is a table. If it is a table, obviously it will have columns. Value equal to column, value equal to, in the first column display name of the account. Column, value equal to, this is how we got name, industry, rating, phone. So what happened here? We got a list of records, account name, industry, rating, phone. Why did you get these three records? In the account object, what is the filter you have selected? This is. If I modify the filter here, refresh the page. Okay. Now go there and modify. Right now I am not writing a program. There is a reason I am going there and modify. When you write a program, straight away we control from here. Are you getting? Whatever the filter you selected, based on the filter we are getting a data. The data we are displaying here. Now if you look at this, is it giving standard look and feel? How the Salesforce was displaying list of record exactly in the same way we are getting, right? Now look at this. How the Salesforce was displaying? Row wise. The way Salesforce was displaying in the same way. So page block table will display list of records with the same look and feel of Salesforce. Page block table will display list of records with exact look and feel of Salesforce. How it is displaying the data? Row wise. Look at this. When I select, complete row is selected. So page block table is displaying list of records row wise. Page block table is displaying the list of records row wise. Row wise display of the data. Page block table is displaying list of records row wise with the same look and feel of Salesforce. How the Salesforce was displaying, exactly in the same look and feel it was displaying. I hope you are good with this. People are good. People are good with this concept. Am I clear? Now look at this example. Page block table, column, value, column, value. I hope you are good. Okay. Now everyone take a contact object, display the list of record. Create a example to display list of records from contact using record set pair.
Satish, one small question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so let's say there are like thousands of records, then where can I restrict that one? Like, I mean,
It can only display.
right now,
Now we have seen how to pass the list of record. Now we are printing the data. Then we see remaining attributes and see how to restrict it. Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
Satish, one question.
Yeah.
These column names, can we change column name instead of name? Can I put
Again,
name one?
Same answer.
So, okay,
We
it is a
just seen-
display, right?
No, we are just seeing a value attribute. Once you have done this example, I will add the next attributes. The remaining attributes, I will tell you how to control it. The concept is not done. It's only the first part of the concept. Okay.
Okay. So another question, when you are changing the items, right, the data set of records,
Yeah.
so like how this is getting changed, because you haven't changed in the Apex scripting, right?
What was this? Record set var means what? It referred to the data.
Record set.
Refer to the data based on the filter which is given on the object. Right. So if the filter is changed, data will change. You use this record set var, right? This will capture the data based on the filter. Now everyone do the example. Display the data from contact. I hope you got my point.
Okay, it's variable. Okay, got it.
Do the data, display the data from contact. Satish, mute your mic. Done. So how did you display the data? No. How did you do this example? VisualForce. Here I was giving, if you want to refer to the data from contact, standard control equal to contact. Record set var. It is going to capture the data based on the option what you selected in the contact object. If you change the option there, data also will change. Record set var will take the record set of records stored in the variable called var. Record set variable items. Item is the name of the variable which is referring to record set of record. How are you getting this set of records? These set of records are coming based on the filter. If you modify the filter, record set will change. I hope you're good.
Satish,
1 minute.
is it standard controller contacts or contact?
Now, object name is what? What is the name of the object? Is it a contact or contacts?
Yes, I think contacts.
Contacts is a tab name amount. It's not object.
Is it? Okay.
Now, we are going with Apex, page block, table, value. Now, we are supposed to refer with value equal to items. Var equal to. Then we are giving column value equal to a dot last. A is one row, one record. In that record, last name, this is how we are displaying. Now we have last name, first name, phone, email. When you click on the preview, list of records are coming. List of contact records are coming with the last name, first name, phone, email. Now the point here is, listen to the point everyone. The point here is, whatever the labels you are giving, when I say column value equal to a dot last name, here I want to define the same story. Listen to the point. This is clear for everyone, right? Everyone is good with this. Listen to the point carefully. Listen to the point carefully. Now we are getting column headers also as per the label names. Whatever the label name we have for the last name, the same thing we are getting here. These are automatically generated based on the field which we are referring. Now what I want to do, same example I want to take, but slightly modify. Same example, value equal to a dot last name. Then I was giving apex column, header value equal to now what did I give? Header value I give. I don't want the standard header what you are giving me. I want to give my own heading. If you are saying a dot last name, field value will be displayed on the header. I don't want the field label. I want to put my own heading. I don't want the field label. I want to put my own heading. Then I give header value equal to last name. Look at it. Last name is the standard one. Here I give. Are you clear about this? I don't want to have standard header what Salesforce is giving. I want to put my own header. So header label is contact last name. This is how I'm getting it. I hope you're good. Okay. Now the second one, boss, I want to give apex column. Apex column. If you write anything here, now I'm not writing in the column. In the body part of the column, I'm writing a dot last name. When I write something in the body part of the column, we are getting it. But if you observe, there is no header. If you write in the body part of the column, no standard header will come to you. If you write in the body part of the column, no standard header will come to you. If you write in the body part of the column, no standard header will come to you. We are supposed to create our own. If you write body part of the column, no standard header will come to you. We are supposed to write in the body. We are supposed to write our own header. So next one I am taking, instead of last name, I was taking it. Apex input checkbox. In the body part of the column, I am writing apex input checkbox. What is the error here? Supposed to put apex. Let us see the story. This is how we got the checkboxes. But the point is, there is no heading here. If you want to give heading, header value equal to action. So that header value is used to print a text message in the header. Header value is used to print text message in the header. Boss, I don't want to print a text message. I want a checkbox in the header. Here, I don't want to give action something XYZ. I want to give checkbox. If I want to give a checkbox, how do you give a checkbox? How do you give a checkbox? If I want to give a checkbox, how do you give it? I cannot give header value. I cannot give a header value. Header value is only for text. You want to take anything other than text. You want to take anything other than text. How will you take it? Then again story. Column. Here I am giving apex. In the column I wrote facet. Wherever we write a facet, that particular element header, that particular element footer, that particular element title. Now for a page block you want to write a title, page block, within the page block facet. You want to write a title for the page block section, within the page block section facet. Are you getting? If you want to put anything, as a header or a footer, you want to put anything as a header or a footer, we write what? Facet. Apex facet. Name equal to, let us say. Now whatever I write in between the facet, that is printed on. What I am writing here? Apex. This is what? This facet will be printed only on header. Let us see this. Let the file be saved. Somebody is asked me in the page block section, how do you print that corner writer? Right? Who is that? This is the concept. Now, go back here. So what did I get here? In the header we got checkbox. Are you clear? We are finding a checkbox here. In the header, other than text you want to print anything, I need to write facet. Name equal to header. In between the facet, whatever you write, that will be printed. In between the facet, whatever you write, that will be printed. I hope you are clear with this. Right? If it is a text message, straight away header equal to the message. If it is other than text message, then we are supposed to go with apex facet name equal to header. In between this we are supposed to. Now how do you print the body? The facet is only for header. How do you print the body? This is what I got. Now we got header and the corresponding checkboxes. I hope you are getting. Now, let me organize in a proper way. Let me organize. I will repeat all these things here. Now look at the point. Apex, column. In the column I am giving apex, facet, name equal to header. In between the facet I am writing input. Whatever I write in between the facet, it is printed in the header. Now outside the facet, whatever I am writing, it is in the body part of. This input checkbox is for header. This input checkbox is for apex, column, header value equal to action. Then I was giving apex, command link, value equal to edit at the rate of NBSP. What is that NBSP? One character space. One space.
Sir, what is this NBSP, sir?
One space, one character space. Blank space will come. One character blank space. Right. Then I am giving column, the value, account name. Then I am giving command link, apex, command link, value equal to a dot, account name will be displayed. When you click on that account name, when I give slash account ID, what does it mean, boss? Salesforce.com/ID of the record will open that particular record. How do you open any record? Salesforce.com/ID, if I give, that particular record will be open. If A is the first row, that record ID. If A is the second row, that record ID. Are you getting my point? Whichever the account name I am clicking, that particular record will be open. Salesforce.com/. Generally, how do you open a record? Like this. Now when I say slash, because already I logged in, I will only give slash ID of the record. Which ID? If it is the first record ID. Second record ID. That is the reason I give a dot. I hope you are good. I hope you are good with this. Third one. Value equal to a dot list. This is how we created. There's some bug here. What was that bug? Industry. Then let us have a preview. One more bug. Contact. Basically, I have taken account data and I was giving contact. This is what I have given. Then account name, industry, rating, ownership, phone. Now I give. Now have a preview. Look at this, how we got check boxes, edit link, delete link, account name. When I click on this account name, take me to, what was that, salesforce.com/. Then remaining, there is no action required. Remaining, just I want to display the data. So straight away I give column value equal to so and so. If you want to build any custom logic, we read within the column. If you straight away want to display column value equal to the value. Did you get my context? Is that was clear for everyone? Is that was clear for everyone? Is that was clear for everyone? The first one, what is this? Here I have taken a header which is not a text. That's why I have taken apex facet. Then here I have taken a header text, header value. Here also I have taken my own header value account name. Then here within the body I want to create input checkbox, command link, input checkbox I want to give. That is the reason I have given like this. I hope you are good. I hope you are good with this. Everyone is good with this example. We are displaying list of record in the same format of the way Salesforce was displaying, almost in the similar format I am giving. Is that was clear for everyone? Right. So, yeah.
Satish, can you explain one more time that facet thing and below that, because I lost my connection in between. So
Right. Now, any other queries? Yeah.
Hi, Satish.
1 minute, Emma. Come again. That's first. With respect to the elements what I covered, let me go ahead. This is separate attributes. I'll come back to that attribute. Okay. Right. So there are remaining attributes which will control which records should be displayed, how many records should be displayed. Now, with respect to the topic, what we've done, just let us know. The other attributes are there. I'll be covering next. Next step will be the same. I'll be controlling the attributes in page block. Okay. Right now, we are just discussing about the attributes what I have already done. Yeah. Right, together. See, whatever you write in the facet, it will be printed. Whatever you write in the facet, it will be printed. You want to print 4 elements, print everything in the facet. Any one, both the purpose is to print a header. Either if you write a facet will dominate header value. See, if you want to take a text value, straight away you can go with header value. When you want to take anything other than text, there is no other option apart from going for facet. You cannot use both of them. Exactly. Yeah. Fine. So let me put the things once again.
Satish, yesterday you told that for edit, we need to give an ID, right?
See, I have not given any action. I only give the label. Did I define any action?
Only name. Oh.
And this is not,
no.
That edit is for a particular record. This is not a particular record. It's a group of record. That concept cannot be applied here. When you are referring to a particular record, that I can give it edit and delete there. This is not a group of record. It's not a list of, single record. It's a group of record. Here we have a different concept. Okay, there's a different concept. That's the reason I still didn't define the action. Okay.
Got it.
Right. Now, see, again, we are learning the point in sequential order. Everything will come one by one. I am adding one by one attribute here. So, entire output don't visualize in a single example. Now, I just started with header element. Next, I am going to go with the action element. Then next, I am going to go with how to control the number of rows. Then how to control the first. Right. So, for everything, there is an attribute and a property. We need to wait till the property is covered. So, everything will be covered in a sequential order. Okay. So, let us do one by one. If I cover this first, then you'll ask header. If I cover header first, you'll ask edit. So, wait for some time. That's the reason I asked. Let the topic be completed. All your questions will be answered. Right. So, listen carefully, Emma. Now, right. Let me define the things once again. Once again, let me revise that point carefully. Page block table. Apex column. Why did I give body part of the column? If you want to print if you want to print anything of your choice, any custom message of your choice, we are going to define within the body. In the body, I wrote apex input checkbox. When I say input checkbox, what is happening here? Go back. We are getting checkbox. But in the header, there is nothing left. Now the point here is, in the header, I want to print a message. Can I give header value? Can I give it like this? Now I gave header value. So I cannot put it. Other than text, if you want to put anything, I cannot do it. That is the reason we have the next choice. Other than text, if you want to print anything, effects, name. The name will tell you where should I print. If I say header equal to facet, name equal to footer, I give. Name equal to footer, I give. Let us go to the preview. Then where is the checkbox here? In the footer we receive. The footer one we got. So the facet is used to print the element on the footer or header. So here I want in the header. So whatever I write in the header, we get here. We write in the header. Then somebody has asked me, what if you want to write anything? In the facet I wrote select checkbox. Generally all. Now, whatever we write in the facet, everything will be printed. It is not necessary that it should be a checkbox. Any combination. Any combination. This is your question, boss. Where was my message? The space constraint printed at the bottom. I have not mentioned the column width. Oops. You're supposed to get it. Form I have given. Let me put it in output lab panel and display it. Let the file be saved. Meanwhile, I'll put the code here. Expecting one element. So I am just defining everything in if they're expecting one particular element, I'm putting within the panel. Okay, go back here. They're expecting one element, so I'm removing this, putting everything in output panel. Combination of elements. Right? Alignment. So they're expecting one element. We can wrap them into one element by applying some CSS or div. We can put it. Now I have wrapped everything into one element and print it. So whatever I write here, that will be printed, but it should be in the single element. It should be in single element. Still this panel is not covered, so I'm not removing it. Okay. So can you put whatever the message you want in the header? It can be a combination of anything, but it has to be within single element. As it has to be within the single element, then we need to see how to wrap multiple elements into a single element. There's again a different concept called output panel. I hope you're good. Right now we are giving one particular element straight away. There is no issue with this. Second one, what is the second one we had? Apex. Header value action. It's a text message. Then I was giving a action. Now within the body what I want? Within the body what I want? Here I want to print the values. Now look at the point. Somebody has asked me a question. I'll answer your question here. Command link value equal to edit. I have not mentioned the action here. I only mentioned label. Then what is the purpose of this? I want a space between the elements. Otherwise, both will be combined. Let me show the purpose of this. Then I'm giving apex. Right. Now, if I remove this and print it. So, what was the purpose of giving? What was the purpose of this? Now, the data is coming one after the other. Then I'm finding it difficult to understand. That is the reason I want to give a space. I want to give a space and pipeline and a space so that the elements will be separated. I know that there are two different elements. That is the reason I gave NBSP, space between edit and delete. Space I was giving. Okay, let the file be saved. Now edit space pipeline space. Both of them I am separating by pipeline. Between the pipeline and edit there is a space. Pipeline and delete there is a space. For that one character space I give NBSP. Okay. When you click on this edit, I want that particular record to be open. Now what happened? Here look at this. Here we have ID of the record, name. These are what? Items. Now here 18 character ID. The ID is nothing but 18 character ID. This is the data. Now suppose if I click on this, it is what? A. If I select this, what is A.ID? 001, 001. If I select this, what is ID? 001, 001. Whichever the record on which I clicked, that record ID is referred as A.ID. Whichever the record I clicked, that record ID is referred as A.ID. I hope you're good. Okay. Now, now I'll come back to the question that some girl has asked me. In the previous classes, I used Apex standard controller equal to account. Then I told page block buttons, command button, value equal to. This I was doing with respect to one particular record. But right now, am I dealing one record or a group of record? Group of record. When you are dealing with a group of record, how do you manage edit and delete? This is not the way. We cannot do it in this way. This will work for only one particular record. This will work for only one particular record because ID is given in the URL. But here I am not giving ID in the URL. I have a list of record. Randomly I am going to select any one of the record. I am not sure which record I am going to select. Then in that case, edit action is given. Edit. How can you give it? Look at the point. Dollar action dot dollar. First I'll give it. Dollar action dot. What is the object? Account. What is the operation? Edit. Then what is the ID of the record? Record ID. Dollar action dot. We are supposed to give like this. URL for action dot. Okay. URL for action dot object dot edit recording. Now, if it is a delete for a contact, how you give it? URL for dollar action dot contact dot delete. So we need to pass the record ID because I don't know which record you are going to select. Are you getting my point? So what was this? Dollar action dot lead dot. That is create. No need of ID. I want to view dollar action dot lead dot view. Are you getting? Everything should be defined as URL. I hope you are good with this one. So this is the format for edit and delete. So it is not a global action now. There, with respect to that object, with respect to that particular record, straight away I told save. Now when you say edit, which record I have to edit? In the table, there are 500 records. Out of that 500 records, which record you want to open in the edit? Which record you want to delete? I am not sure. That is the reason you are supposed to pass the ID of the record in the action itself. I hope you are good. So the action format is different here. Now come back here. Edit, action, URL for dollar action dot account dot edit. Are you clear? URL for action account dot edit ID of the record. URL for dollar action dot account dot delete. I hope now you got the point, right? It is not the same way like your single record. It is a group of record. I am not sure which record you are going to select. That is the reason this is the format in which you are supposed to give. Go back here. I will also give one particular record. Just to know which record you selected. Okay. Now come back here. Now this is the record. When I click on edit, the same record, right? I hope you're good with this. When I click on United Oil Gas Corporation, this is how we have. Second one, we have a delete, TCS. We have deleted the record. Go to recycle bin. 4/1/2019. Record was deleted. I hope you are good with this. Clear for everyone, boss? Clear for everyone? Right. I hope everyone is good with this example. Everyone is good with this example? Right. Clear? Okay. Now, let's see. Can you close that window? Right. So, if you don't close, it will be suffocation for others. Right. Now, let us see. I hope you are good with this format. Now, is the point was clear for everyone? Okay. Now, the second one, command link. When you click on the link, what is the action that we want to perform? salesforce.com/a. Why every record will be opened like salesforce.com/record ID will give you ID of the record. Record ID will give you salesforce.com/ID of the record will open that particular record. That's how I give. Then what is the remaining actions I give? Then a dot I hope people are clear with this format here. So let us see the output. The structure is clear now, right? Am I clear with the structure? Any query with this? Okay. Am I clear with this? So we are going with the facet, going with the header value, going with the command link, and how to perform edit, how to perform delete, how to perform edit, how to perform delete. This is the structure what I formed. People are comfortable with this now? Right. Next one. Now, yeah.
I can ask a small question.
Go ahead.
Okay, actually, in the Salesforce, everything will be on the database, right?
Yeah.
So when we are editing this records, we are not connecting to any database, and how can we
Now,
here?
now let us look at. Here's a question. When you edit, where it will be edited? Did I write any SQL query here? Now, did we anytime worried about what is the database we are using at the backend? Now, in the framework, what it is doing, the moment I said standard control equal to account, it is automatically connected to account table. When I give the ID, automatically it is connected to the particular record. So any change that you make, it automatically reflected in the record. We are clearly saying standard control equal to account means referring to the table called account, Salesforce, you establish a connection with the account table. When I say salesforce.com/record ID, automatically I am saying, boss, this is the particular record which I am referring. Any change that I do, save back to the particular record. Here we are mentioning which table is this. We are mentioning which record is this. Obviously, the changes will be reflected in the particular record. Right. Then, what is the database they are using? How the connection is established? It is not our headache because it's a built-in framework. Are you getting my point?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Now,
Thanks.
yeah. Let us get into the next point. Here, we are displaying a list of records. I don't want to display all the records. I want to display only few records. Now, I got 1000 records, let's see. But I want to display only 10 records out of it. Then what I can do? In the page block table, rows equal to 4. When I say rows equal to 4, it only displays 4 records in it. Now, I want to display 10th to 15th record. First, I don't have those many records. So, I want to take from 5th position, 4 records I want. First, are you getting my point here? Is the was clear? So, which records you want to display? From which position you want to display? First. How many records you want to display? Rows. Okay. Now I have a problem here. The reason why I covered this point at the last, I'll give the answer for it. Page block table can display how many records? 1000 records. Now I have 40,000 records which need to be displayed. Now tell me how will you display it? There are 40,000 records what I have which I want to display. Then how will you display it? Page block table will display only 1000 records. I have 4,000 records. How will you display? Then we are going to take this page block table. Then I say here we are going to take first 4 records. Display this. Now, what we are trying to do? You write multiple page blocks with the help of first and rows. First and rows. You display multiple page blocks with the first and rows. In the first page block, say 1 to 1000. Second page block, okay, 1 or 1 to 1001, 1001 to 2000, 2001 to 3000. This is one of the way. This is one of the way. Now, why this way? Because Salesforce has told Satish, if you want to display more than 1000 records using a page block, we had an attribute here called read only. When I say read only equal to true, page block can display 10,000 records. Generally, page block can display how many records? 1000 records. When I say read only equal to true, the page block table can display 10,000 records. What if you want to display more than 10,000 records? Then this is one of the format. What is it? First rows. I hope you got my point. Then, now are you clear about this? Right? Now, page block table can display only 1000 records. If I have a requirement where I want to display more than 1000 records, yes, we can put read only equal to true, where I can display 10,000 records. But the records will be in which format? Readable format. They are in readable format, not editable format. If you want to display in editable format, then take a multiple page blocks with first and rows. Boss, I want to display more than 50,000 records, then what is the choice? Pagination. What is the concept we have? Pagination. What is the concept? Pagination. That we are going to cover it up in the programming, but example I will show it here. Now this is the pagination. In the Google, when you search, we are getting a result of, we are getting this result. When you are getting this result, what happened? They are not showing all the results. How many records they got? Somewhere 11 crores 80 lakh results they found. So the 11 crore 80 lakh records they show in a single page. Page will take 1 hour to load. Now, to improve the performance, what they have done? They applied a concept of pagination, which means per row, per page, show only 10 records. If you want to go to the next record, simply click on next. Come to the previous. Right? This is what? Pagination. They are giving a cursor and saying per page only display 10. Next. Now every time you click on next, again don't interact with the database. Get all the results, put in one place, keep a cursor. Cursor will be moving forward and backward, which is called a pagination. Now if you want to display more number of records, what do? We go with the pagination. So page block table, how it is achieved? Pagination, programming with the help of extension concept. Programming with the help of extension. When I am covering the concept of extension, I will be covering the pagination topic. Right. Now what is the page block? Page block will display list of records. Page block will display list of record. How many records? 1000 records. What if you want to display more than 1000? Read only equal to true. Up to how many records? 10,000 records. More than 10,000 record, two choices. Create a multiple page blocks, tables, or apply pagination. Apply pagination. I hope you are good. Am I clear with this concept? Right. Now what is the drawback of displaying? Why they are not displaying so many records? Why they are not displaying? Boss, if you are trying to display more number of records, load time will increase. If load time is increasing, performance of the application will be reduced. When you are trying to open a website, if you just take 10 seconds, immediately you will close it, open another site. Am I right or wrong? You are trying to open a website or Gmail or Facebook. If it takes more than 5 to 10 seconds, immediately what do you do? Close it, refresh, again open it. Right? Why? Even the 5 or 10 seconds delay we consider say lag. We say it's underperforming. Right? The same thing, if you are trying to load multiple number of records, there is a possibility of performance issue. There is a reason they are not encouraging you to go for multiple records display. But if you have multiple records display, pagination they told. Why pagination will help? In the pagination, even though there are 1 lakh record, but all the records will not be loaded. Only first set of records will be loaded. I hope you got my point. So there is a reason they are not encouraging to display more number of record using page block table. I hope you are good with this. Clear for everyone? Right? Right? Okay. So now all your queries are clarified. Anyone still have any query on the topic? Right. Now this is the topic. Now at the end, if you ask me, all your questions are answered. Right. Still anybody has any query on this topic? Right. Any queries, Amma? Any queries on this? Right. Got it? Everyone is clear with this? Right. Sure? Right. Okay. Now, next point. Here, how are we displaying the data? We are displaying the data in the form of, how are we displaying the data? We are displaying the data. We are displaying the data in the form of table row wise display, and it is getting standard look and feel of Salesforce. We are getting standard look and feel of Salesforce. I hope you are good. Okay. Now I'll go for an extension of this topic. What is the next topic we had? Page block table. The next extension is data table. If you are comfortable with this topic, I'll go to the next. Everyone is clear with this topic? Everyone is good with this? Any query? If everyone is good with this, I'll go to the next topic. Everyone has followed, right? Okay. Now let us get into the next concept, which is called data table. That is also a table to display a group of record. Page block table is one of the style. Data table is the second style of displaying the data. Page block table and data table. Now look at this example, everyone. This is more important, and people don't practice example with page block table. Always practice with data table or repeat. When you practice with the data table and repeat, you will get a UI knowledge. When you go with the page block table, standard UI will come. There is nothing that you can do or apply your CSS. But when you go to the data table or a repeat, you are supposed to make the UI better. The standard UI will be very worst. You are supposed to organize it in better way, so that you also know how to organize and build rich UI for your application. So practice all the examples in the future. Implement only data table or repeat for displaying the list of record, so that you get better practice of displaying better UI. Page block table, if you take, standard UI will come, which is a good enough. But don't practice with that. Practice with the data table and repeat. Then you understand how to make the UI better. Okay, right. Now let me give you what was this data table. Same story I'll go with standard controller, because the concept is what? Displaying the list of records. Records set var equal to apex. Now listen carefully. Apex data table. First point, apex data table. What is the difference we are finding between page block table and data table? Page block table is a child of page block or a page block section. Data table is independent. Straight away I am writing data table. No page block concept. Value equal to, what are the records? Var equal to. Because it is a table, we are going to go with column value equal to a dot. Apex column value equal to apex column value equal to the same thing we have done, right? Only the difference is, instead of page block table I give data table. Instead of page block table I give data table. Apart from this, are you finding any difference? Same standard controller, same records it where, same value, same where, column value, column value. Now, let's have a preview. Then what was this? This is the Salesforce. This is the Salesforce standard output. This is the data table output. What is the difference you are finding? It is well organized, standard look and feel, better rich UI. Whereas this, no UI is applied, simply list of records. Then who is supposed to organize the data? You are supposed to organize the data as per your requirement. I hope you are good with this. Data table will give a list of records. Okay. Now, let us take one by one example. Listen here. Here I don't have any extra topics compared to the page block table. Already we have covered column, facet. Now what we are supposed to understand here is straight away properties of data table. Now I am giving cell padding. What is this cell padding 10 pixel? Now we are getting a gap between the. So look at this page boss. Now this is my page. In the page, I am displaying my data here. Whatever the gap you have here, it's called margin. Left margin, top margin, bottom. These are the margin. Then here, I am printing the data. The data will be printed on the point. This is called 0, point. If I give this, it is called padding. Space between the element and your data. That is called padding. This is called left padding. This is called top. This is a padding. Now, cell to cell. The cell, when you are printing a cell, basically you are supposed to print the data at a corner, but we are giving a space and printing. This is what? Cell. In the cell, each column. Cell is nothing but each column. Each column. Now don't print the data at 0, 0. Don't print at 0, 0. Use some space. The space what we are giving within the cell is called cell padding. Cell padding. Are you getting my point? Right. That's what. Look at this. If I remove this, I remove that cell padding. Let us see the output. This is very powerful tool. Data table is very powerful tool. How did the data came? Width is 600. I am giving to get the proper structure. I am giving you width. Now look at this. How the data is printed? In the corners the data is printed, right? Now I am giving here width equal to 900. Even then look at the structure what we had. Width I gave 900. Now the data is printed in the left corner. Now I was giving cell padding. Cell padding 10 I give. So what happened? The space has come. On the 4 directions, they have created a space. In the 4 directions, they have created a space. Then we had cell spacing. Space between cells. Space between cells. Cell padding, cell spacing. Now, look at this example. Is it the same? Can I build the same? Can I build the same? Right? What was that? Each column per row how many? 3. Per row 3. Then I'm giving a cell padding, cell spacing. Cell padding, cell spacing. Now, cell padding, the space between box and the data. The space between the box and the data. This is padding. This is spacing. I hope you are good with that example. Now I'll take number of rows equal to 3. Again, I'll take one more example here to understand the next structure. I don't require now cell spacing. Now, you are trying to give this data. This is how we got it. Give the space. Now, you want to specify the width. This is how we got it. Here, remove that frame. There is a frame. Border equal to box. When I say border equal to box, now look at the point. I don't want row wise and column wise. I don't want row wise and column wise. I don't want row wise and column wise. So what I will do, I'll go with rules equal to rows. When I say rules equal to rows, only row wise separation will come. Row wise separation. Then I can take one more example. Rules equal to columns. Rules equal to rows. Rules equal to columns. So how we want to separate? Now I want to take a border combination with the rules. Rules with the border. Rows. Border. This is how we got. Then I want the next one. So I have given this. Now basically, what are you trying to find out here? First, width we can specify it, then cell padding, then cell spacing. Now how you want? You want they should be separated row wise, they should be separated column wise, they should be separated row wise, column wise. What type of frame you want? What type of frame you want? What type of frame you want? You decide it. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point here? Right. Now, rules. Rules equal to rows. Rules equal to columns. Rules equal to all. Will you say all? Row wise and column wise both will be coming. Frame, border or box. The outer frame. The outer frame will be coming. Then we have cell padding, cell spacing. Cell padding, cell spacing. The next one. Very important. Try to understand the concept. Very important. Listen carefully. Important point. Listen carefully. I am giving style. Background. Just selecting some frame. Some color codes I am choosing here. I'll go with this data. So background, then we are going with the next one, even, odd. Even, odd. Looking for some light shades. Now I give 3 different colors. I give here. I am applying header, even, odd. Dot header means header class, even class, odd class. So here I am giving header class equal to rows classes, odd. I give an odd, even. Row classes I give odd, even. Now, if you observe this, are you getting any header here? Nobody is asking a question. Column headers did you get? When you go to page block table, straight away we got it. But in the data table, there is no. What I was supposed to do? Header value. So by default, headers will not be coming. We are supposed to mention it. Now try to look at the structure. So what was this? Now we got a header color, alternate rows we got it. Now we want to apply the shades for the alternate rows. I want to apply alternate colors, header color, rows, alternate rows. I want to apply different styles. Right, alternate I want to give. So what was this? Applying the style for rows. Applying the styles for the rows. Now we have header style. We have rows where I am taking odd number of rows, even number of rows. Right. So give alternate color for the data. If you give 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 will be given. So if you want to apply the CSS, we are supposed to give row classes. Row classes. Row classes. Are you getting my point here? Are you getting my point? Is that was clear for everyone? Right. So look at the structure. Look at the structure. Data table, value equal to what? List of records. Where equal to particular record we are referring. Rows, how many rows you want to display? width of the data table, cell padding, space between the box and the data. Rules, you want row wise or you want column wise? How come this video? Because we now what we have? Rules, rows. Header class, the style of the header. Row classes, alternate style for the data. Now any query on these columns now? Value, var, rows, width, cell padding, rules, header class, row classes. Now how do you define the style? Dot indicates the class of the style. Then here var, rows, width, cell padding, rules, border. Value, var, rows, width, cell padding, rules, border. Extra thing what we are seeing is cell padding and the cell space. Now, if you are going for a data table, it will not have any built-in style. You are supposed to apply your own styles and get the data. Page block table is a fixed. You cannot alter it. Data table, you can organize it as per your requirement. Data table, you can organize it in the way you want. Whereas the page block table, it is a fixed style, you cannot alter it. It is a fixed style, you cannot alter it. I hope you are good with this. Am I clear? People have followed this, right? We'll see the example once again in the next class. The data table example. We'll see in detail in the next class once again. Right. Any other queries from your end? Sure. Right.